Hi everyone, it's Melissa, and today I am going to share with you my TBR for the Asian Readathon happening in May. This is a readathon hosted by Cindy at, I forget the name of her channel. It's either Read with Cindy or Reading with Cindy. I will link her announcement video down below. And it is just a way for people to pick up more Asian books, so books by Asian authors or with Asian characters, and diversify your reading, which is something that I'm always looking to do. So when I heard about this readathon, I was very excited to participate. I haven't read very many books by Asian authors or with Asian characters, so this is definitely a gap in my reading right now, so I'm very excited to participate. Cindy has set up the readathon in such a way that it's very easy to participate. The prompts are very broad and can be combined, and you can make it as easy or as challenging as you'd like. There's essentially 4 prompts plus a group read. I'm not going to be participating in the group read. That is Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. And I know it's kind of a trendy book right now, but it's just something that's not speaking to me. So I think I'm just going to stick with the 4 main prompts. And I think that's just a more manageable number for my TBR anyhow. So without further ado, here are my picks. Actually, one more thing. An extra layer of this challenge is to try to make the books you read from different Asian countries, or like written by authors from different Asian countries, to make sure that you're not just reading, 4 books from Japan, for example. So I've tried my best to do that. So the first prompt is to read any book by an Asian author. And for this, I've chosen 1,000 Beginnings and Endings. So I'm kind of cheating a bit because this is branching out from other countries, because it features a lot of different, or tales from a lot of different places. So there's Filipino stories in here, Punjabi, Vietnamese, Korean, Japanese. So essentially this is an anthology of retellings of different myths and epics and different stories from a variety of different East and South Asian countries. So I'm excited to delve into this because I feel like it has a little bit of everything, and I love like fairy tale and folklore retellings in general, but I especially love it when I'm able to learn stories from cultures that I'm not as familiar with. So the second prompt is read a book featuring an Asian character or written by an Asian author who you can relate to. So for this prompt, I chose Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata, translated by Jenny Tapley Tekamori. And this is about a woman who works in a convenience store, and she's a little strange or not socially aware, like more than awkward, it seems. And although I think she has a pretty good education, she ends up working at this convenience store for like well over a decade, and it's something that people think is maybe beneath her, but she enjoys the job. It gives her a structure where, because she doesn't really get people or understand social norms, she's able to use the manual, like the employee manual for the store where she works, in all of her relations with customers, and it helps her basically like navigate her world. And I chose this because I don't think I'm necessarily awkward to that degree, but I definitely am on the shyer side when I'm first meeting people, and it takes me a long time to warm up, and I would very much benefit from a manual of here are all the things to say or how to interact with people. So it sounds like I might have maybe just a little bit in common with this character. Oh, and this is a Japanese author. So the third prompt is to read a book featuring an Asian character or written by an Asian author who is different from you. So for this, I chose Inside Out and Back Again by Haleh. So this is a middle grade book about a 10-year-old girl who flees Saigon as the Vietnam War reaches her home. And I chose it because I love middle grade and because the character is different for me because I have never been a refugee or had to immigrate or move countries or anything like that. And this is a Vietnamese author. The fourth prompt is to read a book recommended by an Asian. So I actually had solicited some book recommendations online from friends just because I couldn't decide what I wanted to read next. And one of my Asian friends had a lot of different recommendations, so I'll use maybe one of hers to fill this prompt. But there were two, both by Chinese authors, whose books sounded the most interesting to me. And I don't know which one I'm going to pick up yet, but the first is Wild Swans by Chang. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, I am sorry. And this is basically family history of sorts, I guess, where the author is giving the story of different generations of women in their family. And I read the blurb about it, and it sounds just fascinating. Like, these people led absolutely fascinating lives. However, I'm not sure whether or not, even though this is the one that really sounded the most interesting to me, I'm not sure if this is the one I'll pick up, because when I looked it up on Goodreads, it's like 800 pages, and I just don't know if I have the mental fortitude right now to finish a book of 800 pages. So I don't know. We might save that one for a later date. So the second possibility here is The Three Body Problem by Xin Liu. I gave it my best shot. And this is a science fiction, and it's about, I think there's like a secret government or some sort of group that is keeping communication with aliens a secret. So essentially there are aliens who have made contact with people, and they are planning an invasion, and basically people split off into two different groups. There's a group who wants to basically aid the aliens to invade Earth because they think the world is corrupt, and I don't know, maybe they think they can ingratiate themselves to the aliens and avoid being slaughtered. I'm not sure. But essentially there's this group trying to help the aliens invade Earth, and this other group who is planning to fight them or trying to avoid this from happening. So that's my other option for this prompt. So for the prompts, I really tried to diversify countries. So we have, this one is kind of a lot of different, oops. This one's kind of a lot of different countries because it's an anthology, so I'm still counting that. And then we have Japanese author, Vietnamese, and Chinese. I'm very much looking forward to diversifying my reading this coming month. If you are taking part in the Asian Readathon, please let me know. I would love to watch your video or just hear about what you're planning to read, or if you have any favorite authors who are Asian or who have written books featuring Asian characters. I would love to hear your recommendations for that as well. So as always, thanks so much for watching. I hope everyone's doing well, and we'll talk soon. Take care. Bye.